Hi lovely bag ladies, I hope that you've all had a great week this week. I know we're in a different setting today, 2 reasons. One, I wanted to show my gorgeous new sofa. I'm in my cuddle chair and I love that I have a cuddle chair. That's such a great name for something. Well, let's be honest, this is my chair. My husband's got the giant 4-seater sofa. I have the little 2-seater Snuggly Boo, which I will be spending my time in, mostly with the cats, no doubt. And the second reason is because we've had the new sofas delivered, the whole house is in chaos, including my normal filming location. So we'll have a little bit of a change here. I hope you don't mind. So my week this week has been absolutely crazy. Unfortunately, my littlest boy, who's almost 2, caught a really horrible viral infection called croup. I don't know what it's called in other places. In England it's called croup, which is a viral infection that affects your windpipe and makes it constrict, which can affect breathing, and it is horrible. It makes him bark like a sea lion, and at one point during the weekend he stopped breathing and we had to be rushed to hospital. So we've been in and out of hospital for the last week, give or take. Luckily, he is absolutely fine. He has bounced back to his normal, cute, obnoxious self. So being in and out of hospital this week, as well as going to scheduled appointments and doctor's appointments, made me think of all of the ways that I use my Jujube bags to help me get through hospital visits, emergency or otherwise. And I thought I'd share that with you guys because I know that a couple of people had been talking about it on Pink Lady Chat and there had been a couple of questions asked. So here's what I use my Jujube for when we go to the hospital or the doctors. So let's start with fuel cells. Now, fuel cells are Jujube's lunch pack bag. A load of people use them for different things, but you can use them for pretty much anything. They're really great for small diaper bags, they are great for makeup, but what I use them for when I went to the hospital this week is that I crammed one full of snacks and emergency rations for me and my husband. You know, when you're in hospital, you don't know where the vending machines are, you don't know if you've got enough money, if they're taking cards or change, or if the cafeteria is open. If you just have one of these little things packed full of cereal bars and crisps and chocolate and things that are going to give you energy and get you through, they're a brilliant little lifesaver. And because they're washable, it doesn't matter if they get in contact with anything in the hospital. And you can also put your child's medication in them if you need to. I know that we filled this full of medicines that my son takes at the moment, and we took that along and it was absolutely perfect. Just what you need in that situation. So I've got a variety of quicks here from my collection. I have Empress Moonbeam, which is the travelling European Moonbeam. Hi ladies, I'm here. I don't know if that's how he really sounds, or if it's a he. I'm very sorry, Moonbeam. And then I've got my Dream World Quick. And you can use quicks in so many different ways. Obviously, your standard uses, so you can use it for nappies, you can use it again for snacks, for changes of clothing. I used my Empress to hold charger cables because I didn't know how long we were going to be in hospital, and because most of my technology needs charging every 2 hours, I filled one full of cable leads for my iPad, my iPhone, our sat nav, our son's tablet. We actually put my son's tablet in one as well, so we knew that all of it was safe and secure, and it went into the bottom of my bag and it didn't get lost. So that's a brilliant use for one. Another use, which I used on our second trip when I thought we would be in hospital overnight, is I used a quick for my lady things. Doesn't sound as gross as I mean it to sound, I am sorry. But it had in there a spare change of underwear, some makeup removing wipes, some makeup, a hairbrush, some dry shampoo, just all the things I'd need if we did have to stay overnight and I just wanted to make myself more comfortable the next day. And then another use for them is just to fill one full of colouring books. We've got a brilliant colouring book now by Crayola that has a set of crayons that only work on that book, so you don't have to worry about your child smearing things all over the place. I'm not a big person for taking loads of toys to hospital. Now, I don't know if this is the same around Europe, but in the UK you tend to get moved moved a lot when you're in hospital. So you get checked into one department, then moved onto a ward, then moved into another ward. And I didn't want my child to leave behind his favourite toys, or in another situation be in a big waiting room with lots of other kids and it cause arguments, because it's one thing when well children are arguing with each other over toys. Put into the mixture sick children. So I think that's one of my number one tips is don't overtake toys to a hospital. They have loads at most hospitals in the UK for children to play with. Obviously take a cuddly toy or a special blankie, but nothing that you cannot replace, and nothing that if it goes missing, the world will end. Now luckily for us, we didn't end up having to stay overnight, but my husband had stayed home when we went in the ambulance, and he had actually packed an overnight bag for all of us in my Annie Superstar, just in case we needed it. The Superstar is the biggest duffel bag, and it can take a family of four's clothes for 2-3 days in it, let alone just for one night. But he'd packed this up ready to go. I know so many of the mamas who have to go to hospital with their children on a regular basis have Starlets and have Superstars precisely for this reason, because they can hold a lot of things in them. You can put a messenger strap on them using D-rings, and the best thing about all of these bags is when you come home they can go in the washing machine, because you never know what you're going to pick up in hospital or what it's going to come in contact with. So you can put your bags in the washing machine safe in the knowledge that they're not going to fall apart and you and your family are going to be safe. Now I really admire the mums in our community that have to go to hospital on a really regular basis with their children. My heart goes out to you. I've been very fortunate with my children that on the whole they are very healthy, and apart from scheduled appointments at hospitals, we haven't had to do the emergency rush to a hospital. That being said, I think there's nothing wrong with being as ready for that situation as you possibly can be. And what we're going to do now moving on is that we're going to pack Super Bee with an emergency going to the hospital kit, so that I am not consumed with packing the right things when I want to take care of the children. Because they can be folded down, because they can be washed, for all of those good reasons, you can leave it in the back of your car, you can leave it in your hallway closet, you could leave it in your child's closet, and you can just put in there the essentials that you think you're going to need for your specific trip to the hospital. If your child has an ailment where you know you will be in hospital for 2-3 days if you go in, then pack it with pyjamas, pack it with snacks, pack it with things that are long life that you don't have to change every 6 months. But these are great standby emergency bags. Now on both of my emergency trips to the hospital this week, I had my Be Prepared with me, and this was fantastic, purely because, like I said earlier, you do get moved all around a lot at hospitals in the UK. I had so much space in the bag that when we had to just up sticks and get going, I didn't have to worry about repacking everything in precisely the right order so it all fit in the bag. I just crammed it in and I ran. I also was able to put coats in and blankets and cuddly toys, and I didn't have to think about any of it. It hung off the back of my umbrella stroller perfectly. I didn't have to worry about it tipping, and it was so distinctive that I didn't have to worry about me losing it in the ward. Several people, including the ambulance crew that picked us up on Saturday, commented on how distinctive they were and had never seen them before. So Be Prepared, really the way forward. And again, if you're spending one night in hospital with your child, you can pack this to be your overnight bag for you and your child if you need to be. And then the last tip, I suppose, is just to give yourself a break. Going to the hospital with your child is a horrible experience. No mother should have to go through it. If you haven't packed everything you need, don't get worried about it. Don't fret about it. You need to focus on looking after your child. So doing all of this stuff beforehand or as a just in case means that when you have to go, you can focus entirely on your child and getting them 100% well again. Of course, if anyone's got any other ideas about things to take to hospital or how to take them to hospital, please comment below. I'm also going to open a thread up in the Pink Lady Messenger room on the European little bitty body. I'm so technical. On the European thread, I'm going to open another thread about hospital bags, and it'd be great if some of you ladies would come over and just share your ideas and your pictures. It'd be lovely to see you over there. I hope this has helped. I know this hasn't been the most cheerful video I've ever made. I'm hoping to make up for that next week with my super Merry Christmas video. So everyone stand by for that. Here is Cosmo and Bert because they haven't said hello yet. Do I get a hello? Hello. Is that a flea? Oh, you're the biggest, fattest cat in the whole world, aren't you? You like that? I will attempt some cat yodeling for you. Actually, I won't because his claws are digging into me. We've got some really exciting things coming up over Christmas. I hope all of you are already taking part in the Jujubee 12 Days of Christmas competition. If you've not seen this yet, every day the lovely ladies at Jujubee Europe are posting a picture of something Christmassy and European, and all you've got to do is comment on their Facebook page on the picture of what it is, and your name goes into a draw for a surprise gift, and that's happening for 12 days, so from the 1st of December to the 12th of December. And it's goodbye from me and goodbye from my sofa. Well, I will be reclining now. See you later, guys. Bye. Oh, that was terrible. Rubbish, Michelle. Try again. Hello, my name is Moonbeam. I'm pretty.
Hello, my name is Moonbeam.
Howdy, partners. My name is Moonbeam.
Buongiorno.
I am Moonbeam. What? I need to get out more.